Hi everybody, it's me, Jake, and now it's time for another tier list. This tier list is ranking the Harry Potter children on whether or not I think I could beat them up. Let's do it. Okay, so here we go. We have our list of characters from the Harry Potter universe, and I'll decide whether or not I could beat them up if they're a child. First, we've got this guy with the eye. I think his name is Mungungus or something. He is an adult, so I will not decide whether or not I could beat him up, even though I do think I could beat him up. There's this guy. He's a weird looking guy. Also an adult. Also, he's an old man. I could definitely beat him up. There's this woman, Helena Bonham Carter, who plays herself in this movie, oddly enough. I could beat her up. Well, it's irrelevant because she's an adult, but I probably could beat her up. Okay, this is one of the children characters in the movie. I don't remember her name, but I do know that I could absolutely beat her up. She is a child. This is this little elf. This is a very sad character. I'm not sure how old he is. I believe his name is Dobby or Dobby. And yes, I could absolutely beat him up. This character is an adult. She is a woman. I think she's mean. The way she's standing makes me think that she's pretty mean. I bet I could beat her up, but it's irrelevant. Ah, the little Malfoy guy. He's a trickster. I bet he could throw some sand in my eyes. But he wouldn't get a chance because I'd beat him up easily. He is a child. Another child right here. I don't know his name. I think he's maybe the person that Harry Potter lives with. He's one of those childs, and yeah, I could beat him up. He is a child. Ah, Gandalf the Gray. He would be a tough fight because he could blind me with his staff, but he's old. I could beat him up. However, it's irrelevant. He is clearly an adult. Ah, another adult. I don't know what movie this one's from. I mean, I could beat her up, but it doesn't matter. Ah, one of these guys, these little dwarf-like guys. I think they run the bank or whatever. Either way, I could beat them up, but I guarantee they're adults. A priest. He wouldn't even be able to fight back. I could beat up this priest, but he's an adult. Doesn't matter. Another adult here, big smile on his face. I'd punch him right in his smile, but it's irrelevant. He's an adult. This is clearly a child. I don't know who she is or what her deal is, but she's a young person. I could beat this person up. Johnny Depp. If we've learned anything about Johnny Depp, it's that... I'm not... Okay, you could beat him up. But he's an adult! You did nothing wrong. Hagrid. Hagrid is an adult. I don't know if I'd want to be in a dark alley with Hagrid, because I think he'd try to hook up with me, right? I could beat him up. An owl. An owl is neither an adult or a child. And it's the one I'd be most concerned with fighting right now. But I could beat it up. It's just a little owl. Hermione. Hermione is a lot of people's favorite character. She'd be my favorite person to beat up, because she's just a child. It would be easy to do. This guy. I don't know what his deal is, but he's an adult, so I don't even care to know if I could beat him up, even though I could. Another adult. He's got glasses on. I think it's pretty obvious what's going to happen here. I'd beat him up, but he's an adult. This is a mean-looking elf. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if he's an adult or not, but I'd like to beat him up, and I could. Now we have a child with long hair. I mean, this isn't hard, guys. These are children. I could beat them up. We have this woman. This might be Harry Potter's mother, and I could beat her up, but it's irrelevant. She's an adult. This guy. I think this is Malfoy's dad. I think I'm saying Malfoy, right? It's irrelevant. I could beat him and his dad up at the same time. This is a small girl with blonde hair. I don't know what to tell you here. This isn't difficult. It's a child. Once again, I could beat them up. Old woman with a witch's hat. I wonder if I could beat her up. It's irrelevant because she's an adult, but let's face it, I could beat her up. Ah, this girl. Another young girl, long hair. Don't know what her deal is, but I know she's not trained in Muay Thai, so yeah, I could beat her up. Okay, we've got this woman here with black lipstick or something like that. I don't know what her deal is, but she's an adult. I don't even want to get into it, but I could beat her up. Who cares? This guy. Little jerk. I remember him. He's kind of a little loser. He's kind of a loser. I don't want to beat him up because I think he's actually a nice guy. Isn't he like Nibble or something like that? But I could absolutely beat him up. Eddie Redmayne. Eddie Redmayne is an adult. And Eddie Redmayne seems like he's in pretty decent shape. I'd be a little worried to go toe-to-toe with Eddie Redmayne. For Eddie Redmayne, I'd be worried because I could beat him up. Okay. I don't know who this is. It's a person with purple hair and a wizard staff. I don't think I'd have too much trouble beating this person up. Ah. Old man with white hair. Could I beat him up? Yeah, twice on Sunday. Okay, this is a guy, I think he's a child. Either way, I could beat him up, but I don't know what his deal is. This is a weird looking dude. I kind of don't want to mess with this dude, because I don't know what he's up to. He looks like he's kind of part rat or something like that. I could take him, but I don't know. I'm a little worried about this one, if I'm being honest. This guy. I think he's a nice guy, but maybe he's bad. I can't remember if he's a werewolf. It doesn't matter, I'd beat him up regardless. This man has a purple shirt on and a big hat. I don't know what his deal is. He's an adult, so it's irrelevant, but yeah, of course I could beat him up. Ron Weasley. Easily beat upable. Sorry, buddy, you're just a guy I can beat up. A child I can beat up. This child. You looking at the picture of this child? Yes, I could beat him up. This man. This man looks like someone I could become if I just grew my hair a little longer and I put another 10 years on me. That being said, could I beat a 10-year older version of myself? I don't know. They would be better trained in martial arts. However, I think I've got youth on my side. Yes, I could beat him up. Doesn't matter, he's an adult. Snape. Snape is a pretty bad mother. Bad at fighting. I could beat him up. This woman is ridiculous. I don't even want to get into how easily I could beat this person up. This guy seems scary. I don't know what his deal is. Wow. No, I'd beat him up. But it'd be close. He who shall not be named. J.K. Rowling. Yes, I do believe I could beat him up. Here's the thing. You could tell that this person's been in a lot of fights because of how messed up their face is. So I think this could be a tough challenge. It's irrelevant. They're an adult. But yes, I do think I'd win this fight. It'd be a close one. And finally, Harry Potter. You're a wizard, Harry. Yeah, but I'm going to choke you out, you little jerk. I could easily beat you up because you're a child. All right. I hope you enjoyed this tier list. I knew I had to make it because everyone's talking about which children they could beat up, and I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring. Thanks for watching. Bye.